I'm Jayasinghe. I have a small message for you. I'm a senior professor at Department of Civil Engineering, University of Moratuwa, and we have a flagship course, an accredited degree, and we take 125 students every year, and now we have ambitious plans of expanding it to up to 500 students. And we have superb facilities and so on. And my qualifications, so I studied at Moratuwa University from August 1982 up to February 1987, after completing my secondary education at Ananda College, Colombo 10, and passing advanced level with 3 years 1B, and ranked third in the school and ranked 37th in all Ireland. And then I got the gold medal in 1987 as the best student, which is engineering student, and also best civil engineering student. And then studied read for PhD from 1988 October, and finished the PhD in 3 years 2 months by December 1991. And then I came back to Sri Lanka with a PhD from Cambridge University in March 1992. And my wife also worked in UK as a permanent employee. And when we came, we brought about 10 to 12,000 British pounds to Sri Lanka in travelers' checks and deposited all in Bank of Ceylon. Then for the last 30 years, I have lived only 1.5 years abroad, and out of that, around 1 year in Australia. And I had the permanent residency from 1999, but I have spent only 1 year in Australia, again that is 10 months and 2 months, and few other, so 10 months and 2 months. And I gave up permanent residency in 2004 and decided to live in Sri Lanka despite the war. And we gave huge support to our armed forces, because whenever they needed technical know-how, we knew the top army major generals, and they were our good friends, and they always sought our help, and we gave our fullest support during the war to win the war. And I would like to say, Sri Lanka is a wonderful country. When our mothers were expecting us, they were visited by midwives at home, and they had clinics, and then we were born in government hospital. We were given injections, all free, and then we went to government schools, and we were given season tickets, and we were allowed to travel even for our tuition classes using the same season ticket. They did not bother, because as far as you are a student, they consider it's a duty of the government to help them to educate for their education. And then, we also got many opportunities. Some went to the university, some did technical courses, and some did various other courses, and some even decided to go abroad and study. Even for them, government allowed dollars to be used freely. And then with all these qualifications, you have to consider you have been very lucky to migrate to various countries where the facilities could be better than Sri Lanka, or maybe due to the war, you have migrated. So it's all good, but there's a small thing that I want to tell you. We greatly appreciate that you all have been helping your parents, the relatives, with whatever the excess money you have, sending that to them as gifts and so on. But we have seen some actually using legal means, some using not so legal means, or irregular means. And this now in the recent times we have seen many people using these irregular means. Early it was only a minute problem, now it's a mega problem. And our earnest appeal is don't engage in that kind of activities, because you live in these countries because of the good merits you have got with you. And when you do, most of you are good Buddhists, Catholics, Anglicans, Hindus, or believe in Islam. And one of the things all these religions say is don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. So, when you send money in the using illegal means, you might get little extra rupees, but you are performing some of these sins. And when you perform more and more sins, your good merits will be downgraded, and you might have more problems. Although you gain little more money, you might have more problems. And that's what we believe in Buddhism, and that's why we say always follow the Four Noble Truths called Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upeksha. So, my simple message is, I will tell it blunt. We tell them, my dear brother, if you have a life where you do wrong things, there's a chance that you might become poor in future. But I can certainly tell you, even if you are not poor this time, in your next life, there's a very high chance you might end up as a very poor person, basically a beggar. So don't go on that path. You have a very good path because you can be very honest and send the money truthfully to Sri Lanka, or else don't send it at all. So that is also okay, because that will force our people to work hard and look for other means. But you go and then you send it through the wrong path, that creates a huge illegal black market, and that is affecting all the people in Sri Lanka, including the very people whom you are trying to help by sending money in the illegal means, because there's no petrol, no diesel, no electricity, no medicine. So even if they have money, they cannot buy the services. So just think about it carefully and act prudently. Thank you.